Zanele Muholi is a renowned photographer and self-proclaimed visual artist who explores Black queer identity in contemporary South Africa. In 2021, she produced a coloring book in her exhibition Somnyama Ngonyama to engage with children and people under the age of 35. Well, she joins us now on Zoom to tell us more about the setting up of the Muholi Art Institute in Cape Town and, of course, her upcoming exhibition. Zanele, always a pleasure having you on the program. Good morning. Speak to us about, congratulations first on this solo exhibition with Southern Guild. Can you tell us more about how this collaboration came about with this gallery?
I'm with Southern Guild to explore new possibilities and also to see if one could further educate our communities about ourselves and the work that we do, but most importantly about our bodies.
Mm-hmm. Now, your work explores, often explores the themes of gender, sexuality. Tell us a little bit about, an identity. How do you hope that your art will impact and inspire viewers who may not be familiar with these experiences?
People are familiar with these experiences. It's just that some people choose not to focus on them. When we talk about like sexuality, sexual orientation, it's part of the daily, experience. And if we speak of the existence of LGBTQIA people, we're talking at this period, it's Pride Month, and everybody is out and about celebrating and commemorating all those that we have lost along the way. So it's common. And also we have textbooks on creative arts at schools that teaches on this content. So it's up to people how they want to, proceed or how they want to handle these issues in different spaces. Yeah, so my aim is to make sure that the current generation and the generation to come have sense of who we are and why we have to emphasize our existence in a country that allows us, to express in that way as per the South African Constitution. So there's really nothing new. Yeah. It's a matter of changing their behaviors and also respecting, LGBTQIA people.
Yeah. Now, speak to us about the exhibition, and I believe, there's, monumental bronze sculptures, which is one of your largest presentation of these sculptures for you. Tell us a little bit about that.
I have ventured from photography to sculpture because I believe that photographs, they are still like sculptures, depends on how we look at things. So we're concretizing our existence. And with the new body of work, I'm exploring, the female form, the inside, the organs that we hardly speak about, the hearsay about what is inside and what is often, vilified when speak about the women body or organs. In one of the pieces that you're seeing on screen right now, it's the clitoris, but most people don't know how that, function. We don't even, give ourselves time to speak about sexual pleasures, how our bodies work and what is what. Because when people confront these issues, they are seen as taboo or they are not supposed to be spoken about. So for this work, I really want people to open up and engage in this manner. Yeah.
And one of the things that you also explore is, the agony, and the ecstasy, that exists with being a queer woman. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's all about it. It's just like how most people express themselves freely for who they are. And I think that queer female bodies are, we hold the same or we share the same pain. And when affected or when violated, it's the same body that has the same blood and water that really need rescue whenever there's a need. So there's so much to talk about, and I wish that there could be more spaces in which women could express themselves without fear of being undermined and also without fear of being excluded as part of the women's rights canon.
And I want to talk about that transition, from photography to sculpture, and how these two worlds meet and almost complete who Zanele Muholi is about and her work.
The whole sculptural pieces, it's a matter of expanding, the mediums in which I work with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they all the same, because even with sculpture pieces, you have to take a photograph with a different camera, which is a 3D camera in this regard, and then it turns into something concrete and solid. Otherwise, it's still the visual, and it is what really meets the eye of the viewer and all those who want to learn or understand what is going on with that particular piece. So if you say, we all speak about like female form and the need for women to take care of themselves and their bodies, then one of the pieces on show is the uterus. Then the whole point bringing forth this topic is that we hardly speak about these issues. We don't know how people are being treated when they go to hospitals. We don't know how like the queer body, express the body in front of a gynecologist who might have own, personal beliefs. So we say that let's start opening up spaces. Let's bring forth these issues to the fore. Let people express themselves without any fears or any reservations, because it's about time. And if arts happen to be that particular, tool to help people understand, I think that many people will then change their mindset in which they look and understand things. So let's be practical about our bodies, and let us, educate a lot of communities about the body itself, than to often hear about like female bodies being, violated, being violated in public spaces. Because it's easy for people to know and talk about rapes and murders of women, but then we don't talk about sexual pleasures as often as we speak about, and the rapes which have become, the common topic in different spaces. So it's about time that women learn more about their bodies, and also to change the art spaces or platforms into educational, spaces where people, they speak out loud and express in that way.
Renowned visual activist Zanele Muholi, always a pleasure having you on the program. Thank you so much for talking to us. She was talking to us about their latest exhibition happening from the 15th of June at Southern Guild. That's all from the 15th to the 17th of August.